Oh my god. I'm getting so much Wicked vibes. I don't know why. That was so Wicked right there. So this is really good. Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Flip. I'm a composer and a vocalist, and we are going to be checking out Heathers, the musical. Now, I've never seen Heathers. The only thing I know about Heathers is that we weren't allowed to do Heathers for any of our performances. I taught at a high school for 9 years, and Heathers has some topics that probably aren't okay for a high school stage, at least in terms of concerts. So I don't know much about it. I've only listened to a couple songs, and both songs I had to be like, yeah, maybe we don't do that in front of 4-year-olds, in elementary school kids. So I don't know anything about it. I've heard maybe a couple songs, and I think only half of them, but no context, which obviously matters a whole lot when it comes to talking about deeper subjects. So, with that in mind, I'm a composer. I create music. I'm writing Gilgamesh the musical, and my lens, it will be more focused on the music, of course, the story and the elements and how it weaves in with the music, but also to give you some insight into how the composer thinks. There's nothing I like more than understanding why a composer makes decisions. Kind of like when you're your favorite artist and you start understanding your favorite artist, and you feel like a little bit closer to your favorite artist when you start understanding their music. So the same way for me, I feel like I understand the composers when I hear their music and vice versa. So with that in mind, we're going to be trying to take a little bit more of a musical lens versus the sort of, I'm sure there's plenty of these on YouTube and you can go find them, but the ones that go like this. Like that sort of stuff over and over again. It's like, yeah, that's fine. But for me, trying to go a little bit in the musical route, and hopefully that's interesting to you. All right, with that in mind, this microphone just wants to fall. I don't know why, what I did to it. 1 second. All right, that's a little bit better. Here we go. Let's get into Heathers. First timer.
1989. Dear Diary.
I was born in
1st,
September, just saying.
1989. Dear Diary, I believe I'm a good person. I think that there's good in everyone, but here we are.
The C minor.
First day of senior year. And I look around at these kids that I've known all my life, and I ask myself, what happened?
So true. Whoa! Okay, this is what I'm talking about. The first word of this show. Probably not okay for elementary school kids. Wow. All right. So this is set in a high school, so anything could happen here, okay? With that in mind, I taught at a high school for 9 years, and I also went to high school, and I also passed out of high school. So with that in mind, let's get some real insight here into a high school setting.
We were so tiny.
Very cool
happy
animatic,
and
by the way.
shiny, playing tag and getting.
I was told that the pro shot is not super great, and sort of talked about in the Heathers community. I don't even know what that means, the Heathers community, but the Heathers community has made it clear that the pro shot isn't super great. So we're gonna go with the animatics, and I hope that's cool. It'll make it kind of harder to track the story for me, but hopefully it'll find a more visually engaged and audio better experience for you.
Chased,
Freak, slut, loser, short bus.
singing.
Yeah, the short bus thing is super real, and I've never liked the short bus comments, honestly, because when I was a kid, I wanted to be in the short bus because I thought of it as like, ooh, that means like you get to, there's not as many stops, and you get to sort of like not I used to be on the bus for like 45 minutes, even though I was really close to the school. Because just how the route went. So I was like, dude, if I had a short bus, they could just drop like 7 kids off and then I'd be next. I wouldn't have to wait for like 100 kids. I just thought it made sense for me. But yeah, people make fun of it obviously because of the population that goes on it being usually impaired in some sort of way. I'm not, I think that's so like mean and rude. Again, I still look at it as like that would be the bus I would want. It logistically makes more sense to not be on a bigger bus. But hey, who am I? I just a pragmatist.
Singing and clapping, laughing and napping.
Freak, slut, loser, short bus.
Singing and clapping, laughing and napping. Baking cookies, eating paste.
Bull dyke, stuck up, hunchback.
This is just mean. This is okay. This is just a mean show. Paste. When we say paste, is that glue?
Then we got
I used to eat glue.
That was the trigger.
Just to be
like
funny,
the
but-
Huns invading Rome. Oh, sorry. Welcome to my school. This ain't no high school. This is the Thunderdome. Hold your breath and count the days. We're graduating soon.
White trash.
College will be paradise if I'm not dead by June. But I know, life can be beautiful.
So she's really like, she's staying right in that head voice range, or sorry, the chest voice range of keeping it like, you know, in that powerful part of the voice. But there we just have a little bit of a lighter sort of quality in it. But she's got some chops. You can already feel it in this singer. So I hope this is the main singer, the whole song, the whole show.
I know life can be beautiful. I pray for a better way.
So
If
open.
we changed back then, we could change again. We
Nice.
can be beautiful.
Nice.
Ow!
Just not today. Hey, are you okay?
Get away!
Can I just ask, what is that instrument? That like background, it seems like it's like the instrument of the song, like the main sort of idea. That's what I think about, like for what instrument comes to mind for this song. It's this one.
Ow!
Just not today. Hey, are you okay?
Get away,
What is
nerd!
Oh,
Get away,
okay.
nerd. Oh, that's just mean.
Slut, cripple, homo.
Yeah. They, you know, high school hasn't changed. If you haven't been around the high school thing, people still throw, you know, a lot of slurs at people. And half the time it's not even in an insulting way. It's just like vernacular at this point. In fact, I would say that right now, high school has gotten much more vulgar. Much more vulgar. I mean, society, I think, has become much more vulgar. But especially like in high school, like kids would openly swear. I'm a teacher, 9 years, high school. Kids would swear like in my class, and of course I would not be okay with that, and they'd have to go to the office for doing that. But they would often retort with, "My other teacher swears with me." It's just like, wait a minute, that's not okay. I don't know. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? You know, we could disagree or we could agree. I don't know.
We'll get better soon as my letter comes from Harvard, Duke, or Brown. Wake from this coma,
Those are
take my
reputable.
diploma, then I can blow this town. Dream of ivy-covered walls and smoky French cafes.
Watch it!
Fight the urge to strike a match and set this dump ablaze.
Too soon? I'm not gonna talk about that.
Ram Sweeney, 3rd year as linebacker and 8th year of smacking lunch trays and being a huge dick.
What did you
All
say
right,
to
we
me,
have bad
skink?
words.
Nothing.
Ah.
But I know.
Okay, no one does that. No one does that. No one does that to be intimidating. In fact, I would do that to be not intimidating to people. It's like, are you intimidated? Probably not. I don't know. Like, I actually do that to joke with people, where I'm like, I'm a teacher. Like, I had a student today, preschooler, literally like, was sang too loudly and was getting super excited about one of the songs we were doing. I teach music, and they got super excited and they sang too loudly. Very small room, but they can't do that. It's too small. So I went like this with them. I was like, and they smiled at me back, and they realized they shouldn't yell. But I did that like with a serious face, and they started laughing and smiling. So clearly, probably not the most actually threatening. Maybe back in the day that was threatening. Like, I got my eyes on you, I got you. I'm gonna take you down, right? But now I feel like nowadays it's just like, and it's just like, I'm like 5 years old. I swear to God, so good. That chord's so cool.
Hey, Martha. Hey. Martha
There's the-
Dunstock, my best friend since diapers.
Look at this.
We on for
Animatic.
movie night?
Yeah, you're on Jiffy Pop Detail.
I
Aw.
rented The Princess
Yes,
Bride.
great movie.
Again? Wait, don't you have it memorized by now?
What can I say? I'm a sucker for a happy ending.
Okay, she's a nice character. Of course, she gets made fun of. Okay, no one. Okay, at least in our school, no one did that. Like, no one just like openly was like, "Boy, I just can't wait to ruin someone else's day." People do that. People do that. Okay, that's a real thing. People do go out of their way to ruin people's day. In fact, if you play video games competitively, you understand that very well. But people do that in like high school and middle school, by the way. Oh, middle school, they go out of their way. They don't even care.
Kurt Kelly, quarterback. He is the smartest guy on the football team.
They are really poking shots at the football team. I would say that like hockey, lacrosse, like those have they could replace those at least with some of the characters.
Which is kind of like being the tallest dwarf. Hey!
Hey!
Put that up right now.
I'm sorry, are you actually talking to me?
Yes, I am. I want to know what gives you the right to pick on my friend. You're a high school has-been waiting to happen. A future gas station attendant.
Honestly, that's a roast.
You have a zit right there.
That's not even a roast. Yeah. That's not even close. I mean, honestly, people respect, even in high school right now, people respect quality roasts. Like if you can hit hard, you probably will win the roast battle. Unfortunately, I think it's a good thing, honestly, for like what, because it used to just be like, haha, you are, and then insert slur or mean thing. But now it like if you hit him with a good retort, it's like respect. Okay, let's talk about music. Sorry, this is
Why do they hate me? Why don't
a lot
I
of
fight back? Why do
lot
I
of
act
stuff.
like such a creep?
Why won't he date me?
Why did I hit him? Why do I cry myself to sleep? Somebody help me. Somebody fix me. Somebody save me. Send me a sign.
I like this backtrack.
Something's beautiful.
Wow, we can talk about that. My gosh, this took a change. Whoa. Huh.
And then there's the Heathers. They float above it all.
Oh. Yeah, it's all males.
Heather McNamara, head cheerleader. Her dad is loaded. He sells
Loaded.
engagement rings. Heather Duke runs
Wow.
the yearbook. No discernible personality, but her mom did pay for implants.
What? They're in high school.
And Heather
Is that even
Chandler,
illegal?
the almighty. She is a mythic bitch.
Yeah. There's a reason why we couldn't do this.
Solid Teflon. Never bothered. Never harassed. I would give anything to be like that.
I'd like to be their
Ooh, that
boyfriend.
chord.
That would be beautiful.
Wait. Hold on. Did he just say to her, I would like to be their boyfriend? And then there's a little comment that says, notice me, senpai?
I'd like to be their boyfriend.
Is that how people hit on each other these days? Like, hey, I'm interested in someone else. What do you think about that?
That would be beautiful.
Let's just move on from that.
If I sat at their table, guys would notice me.
So beautiful.
I'd like them to be nicer.
That would be beautiful.
I'd like to kidnap a Heather and photograph her naked in an abandoned warehouse and leave her tied up for the rats.
Grow up, Heather. Bulimia's so 87.
Maybe you should see a doctor, Heather. Yeah,
Okay, Heather's not feeling
maybe
good.
I should.
Heather and Heather. And Heather. Perhaps you didn't hear the bell over all the vomiting.
Youch.
You're late for class.
Heather wasn't feeling well. We're
sorry, that makes me
helping her.
makes me
No,
feel not good.
all fast you're not. Week's detention.
Yeah, right. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard, but detention not as common as this. All right, you're late for class. At least how it was many times. You're okay. You'll just be marked up or something. I don't know. But a week's detention for being in the bathroom too long? Well, I don't think most of a lot of, at least the school that I went to when I was in high school, I don't think a lot of my friends would graduate.
Actually, Miss Fleming, all four of us are out on a hall pass. Yearbook committee.
Okay. Teachers aren't stupid. If we notice someone clever, like someone articulate and clever speaking to us in a tone like that, first thing is we don't buy it. We don't buy it. We understand. And I would say we would probably go along with it just so we can make our lives easier.
I see you're all listed. Hurry up and get
Oh, she's telling the truth? Oh, maybe she actually
This
signed
is
him
an
up.
excellent forgery.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Veronica, so
Blah.
I crave a boon.
What boon?
A boon?
Let me sit at your table.
Okay, she's like an ultra nerd. Yeah, first of all, she went, Zah, right? That's super nerdy. And then she also said boon. Like if she was getting blessed. A D4 modifier added to your charisma modifier. She's nerd. No one would ever say boon. Can I have a favor? Can I have a request? I seek a boon.
Lunch, just one
Roll
smooth
for
talking
damage.
necessary. If people think that you guys tolerate me, then they'll leave me alone. Before you answer, I also do report cards, permission slips, and absence notes.
How about prescriptions?
Dude, she's
Shut up.
terrible.
Sorry, Heather.
For a greasy little nobody, you do have good bone structure.
And a symmetrical face. If I took a meat cleaver down the center of your skull, I'd have matching halves. That's very important.
Of course you could stand to lose a few pounds.
I like Heather.
And you know, this could be beautiful. Mascara, maybe some lip gloss, and we're on our way.
Popular. I'll help you be popular. It's just giving me popular.
Get this girl some blush, and Heather, I need your brush. Let's make her beautiful.
I like her rounded tone singing.
Make her beautiful.
This worked out very well.
Okay.
Okay.
Out of my way, geek. I don't want trouble. You're gonna die at 3 p.m.
Don't you dare touch me, you getaway pervert!
What did I ever do to them?
Was that the guy that said that he would put them in like a meat container and leave them for the rats? Honestly, I feel like that was the most messed up thing of this whole show so far. Part of me is like, I hope someone lets him know that that's not okay. Maybe these guys are actually doing a very good job right now. I don't know this character. The only thing I know is that he said to someone else, I hope they're chopped up and dropped for the rats, or was it something like that?
Who could survive this? I can't escape.
I get it, by the way.
I'm dying.
Who's that with Heather?
Whoa. Heather.
And someone.
And a
Babe. This is a classic sort of story.
And
Ooh.
life can be beautiful. You hope, you dream, you pray, and you get your way.
Whoa!
As to how it feels, looking like hell on
High E belt.
wheels. My God, it's beautiful. I might be beautiful. And when you're beautiful, it's a beautiful
Whoa.
freaking day.
Oh my God. I'm getting so much Wicked vibes. I don't know why. That was so Wicked right there. So this is really good. Like musically, very, very good. It's super it just jumps out of genres. Like 1, 2, 1, 2.
It's a beautiful freaking
And now we're in a rock. Like we could be with this sort of drum beat and sort of backtrack. We can be in Feed Me Seymour, like sort of, in what's the stinking show called? Oh, Little Shop of Horrors, you never stop to get it. And then this is Wicked. It's also like classic, like a lot of things, but classical music as well. Bum 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 bum. So, really cool start. Veronica. All right, so in 8 minutes, this honestly pretty fast. Like, the fact that they introduced all the characters, which they really went into detail with. They went every single one. It wasn't just sort of a, here's their actions. It was, here's an explanation about the character. Very like show. Very, very show-like. But also, they also gave us the premise early. A lot of times the first song is just here's you can like the character. This one was, here's the setting, here's the situation, and here is what has happened to now create tension, which usually that's not in the first song. But the fact the first song is 8 minutes, I mean, a lot of information was conveyed in 8 minutes. So pretty interesting. We're already into this song, or into the show. We've talked about this, if you see my other videos, I have other reacts on the YouTubes. But we've talked about this before, where it takes about probably 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes for you to really understand the plot of a show. We could be, there might be a deeper plot, but this is a plot. We've already found a plot. So let's see what happens next. We're gonna keep going. One more, we'll do another song. Candy Store. I'm, by the way, following this Heather's Animations in Order list. Thank you for Zag Draws that did it.
You've come so far. Why now are you pulling on my dick?
Oh.
I'd normally slap your face off. And everyone
Sorry,
here
the quality
watch.
is so low.
But I'm feeling nice. Here's some advice. Listen up, biatch.
Is this sung through? That kind of came out of nowhere for me. Is this sung through? If this is sung through, that's really a escalation. Very quick. Let me go back to the beginning. Let's presume it's sung through for now, and you guys in the comments just let me know what's going on. But did they just escalate from oh, I'm so happy I'm pretty to you're a jerk for trying to step in my territory, yo. Here we go.
Are we gonna have a problem? You got a bone to pick? You've come so far. Why now are you pulling on my dick? I'd normally slap your face off, and everyone here could watch. But I'm feeling nice. Here's some advice. Listen up, biatch.
Are those the Heathers again? This is where it gets a little hard for them.
I like looking hot, buying stuff they cannot. I like drinking hard, maxing dad's credit card. I like skipping gym, scaring her, screwing him. I like killer clothes, kicking nerds in the nose.
Let me stop. This, again, has that rock feel to it, which is really fun. But it also has she's so light with her tone, and it's like a rock and roll feel, right? It has rock and roll vibes, but she's so light in her tone. She does really heavy things, she has a growl at one point, but really light considering the genre.
Drinking hard, maxing
so
dad's
light.
credit card. I like skipping gym, scaring her, screwing him.
Right?
I
Grind
like
there.
Killer clothes, kicking nerds in the nose.
Kind of
You
interesting.
like the balls, you can go play dolls. Let
So
your mom
light.
Fix you a snack. Whoa.
Whoa.
Come smoke,
Yeah.
pound some rum and coke in my Porsche with the quarterback. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Honey, what you waiting for?
Whoa. Hold on. Did we just... Hold on. That was a weird transition.
Honey, what
So...
you waiting for?
So...
Welcome to my candy store. Time for you to prove you're not a loser anymore.
That was just a weird transition. So...
Step into my candy store.
C sharp.
At your feet, pay the check, help you cheat. All you have to
Right now it's
do
in B flat minor.
To Shamu.
That freak's not your friend, I can tell in the end. If she had your shot, she would leave you to rot. Of course, if you don't
So
care,
interesting, I'll talk about it after.
braid her hair, maybe Sesame Street is on. Or forget that
captions
creep
dribble.
and get in my Jeep.
Let's go tear up someone's lawn.
Whoa, whoa.
Honey, what you waiting?
So interesting. So this is this reminds me of a little bit of Hadestown, if you've seen it or saw that reaction I did. Da 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 da. You would expect it to be in like a B flat minor here, right? But then they modulate to that key. This would be D flat minor, so a minor third above into this. Tell me what you're waiting for. Well, I guess you could say E major too. They're the most common progression in music, by the way. But it's crazy how we got from here. And then how did we get there? Da, 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 da. So cool. How interesting. Oh, they took that third and they went la ti do re mi, and they just completely modulated. So cool. Sorry, that my musician brain just went, what happened there? What is going on? Why did that happen? And now I explained it and it makes sense, but it's wild. It's weird. It's not something that's conventional. I like that. There's a song that reminds me of it. Here it is again.
Honey, what you waiting for? Welcome to my candy store. You just gotta prove you're not a pussy anymore. Then step into my candy store.
You can join the team.
Another modulation.
You can live the dream.
Or you can die alone.
You can fly with eagles,
Or if you prefer,
keep on testing me.
and end up like her.
Veronica, look. Ray
Oh.
invited me to his homecoming party.
So, I mean, this seems like it's like, what this, I mean, how many times have you seen this plot, right? No offense to the plot, but how many times have you seen it? You've seen it a couple times, especially in like old Nickelodeon cartoons where like the person, like Danny Phantom comes to mind, where like, I forget who was it, Tucker like becomes, you know, popular all of a sudden, or Timmy Turner also becomes popular, starts hanging out with Trixie and the gang, right? And now we're seeing it again, but with that. I mean, if you get those references, by the way, you're my people. Yeah. So anyway,
Like her.
Veronica, look. Ram invited me to his homecoming party.
and this obviously will
proves
be
He's been thinking about
she's
me.
mean to him,
Color me stoked.
I'm so happy.
or not mean enough. Yeah, that's the other thing.
Honey, what you waiting for?
Shut up, Heather. Step into my candy
Yeah, we modulated half step.
Step into my candy store. It's my candy store. It's my candy. It's my candy
Ooh.
store. It's my candy. It's my candy store. It's my candy store.
Ooh, this reminds me of the Schuyler sisters from Hamilton, just the quality, but also that was so sick. It was like da 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 Wow. So cool. Oh, I love it when bass lines like have, I'm a bass, so I'm very, very biased. It starts with a B too. But I love it when the bass lines just drop down to the half steps, the weeping bass, and that.
It's my candy.
If you want to hear it, try to listen. It's the bass line. Ba.
It's my candy.
Here it is.
Step into my candy store.
Da.
It's my candy store.
Da.
It's my candy. It's my candy store. It's my candy. It's my candy store. It's my candy store.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Usually they would come back up and then boom, but they didn't. Right to it. So cool. All right. I think we got the plot. Makes sense to me. Music-wise, really cool. Plot, super fast. Really fast plot. Interested to where it's going to develop. Because if this is just the plot, and we're 15 minutes in, I don't know how long the play is. Is it sung through? Can you guys let me know in the comments more about this show? But don't spoil anything. I love it when we're not spoiled. But if, like these three. Okay, that was stupid. Anyway, that's going to be the video. Thank you all so much. This, once again, was brought to you on YouTube by our patrons. They recommended this and they voted for it. And so they have spoken. So I do what they say. So if you're interested in becoming part of the Patreon family, join on in. We have a link in the description, and you could be a part of our next choice to what we react to next. So thank you very much, patrons. You rock. I appreciate you, and you keep me doing these things. And with that in mind, I will see you all in the next video, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Intimidated yet? And a huge thank you to all of my patrons. All of you make this possible. I appreciate all the support.
The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy-tee, Flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip, man. The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy-tee, Flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the